new form of garden rake. It's called the Groundhog, which, by the way, less than a month ago, I was mad at the Groundhog.
I know.
Most rakes are straight end rakes, like what you're seeing there. Almost everything on our body has a curve to it. There's been all kinds of studies on ergonomics, on how to make things more comfortable in your hand, how to make them easier to use, how to be able to bend less, etc. And all of that tended to work towards the handle configuration, but not on the business end of the rake. So these folks worked backwards. They created a wonderful carbon steel tined rake where the blade is rounded instead of straight, and you've got a handle that becomes either very short or very long, and it's just got a weird, wonderful sense of balance to it.
It does. It really does. This is an awesome rake, and it's so much easier to use when I'm out in my garden because of this new design. And this is by Radius. And Radius is a company that looks at the garden tools and says, how can we make them more comfortable to use and more efficient and better?
They're the scientists and the engineers of tool manufacturing. This is Nancy Brandmuller. You know her from the garden. This thing is built so that you buy it one time and you're going to have it for the rest of your life. Which, by the way, a lot of us have rakes that have been in our sheds for 25, 30 years or more.
Yes.
And you know what? Just because we've had it for a long time doesn't make it the smartest design.
Right, right.
That rounded edge makes it so much easier to be able to grab much, much more.
Yes, exactly.
And it almost works like a mini pitchfork.
It sure does. So I'd love to give you a tour of this and show you just how it's so special. So Radius decided that they were going to put a curve on the end of the rake because it makes it more comfortable to use, much more efficient. This is carbon steel, and that carbon steel has a really good strength for all these tines. I love.
And the tines are shaped, by the way, they're not straight up and down.
Right. Let's see here if we can do that.
Because there's a radius, it's at the perfect angle to make it easier for us to work with.
There we go. Exactly. And that carbon steel goes all the way through the shaft right here. And this is what's really cool. They made it so that it could change. It can telescope down from musical rakes. So it can go all the way down from 40 inches all the way up to 60. So if you're someone that needs to garden when you're sitting down, you can make it shorter, or maybe you're someone shorter like me and the longer handle of a standard rake is uncomfortable.
I do a lot. It sounds great. When I'm working in beds, I'm on my knees.
Yeah, or you have raised beds.
Yeah,
and you need to have like we have over here.
I agree.
So you need to have something that you can use and you can adjust, and it's just going to grab everything. And you know how sometimes when you're reaching under bushes, that end of your rake, this end right here gets caught? This design makes it so that you can scoop around and you can get everything, and it doesn't tend to grab like that, and it also doesn't grab as much in the ground because of this design.
It's a serious piece of equipment.
This really is your workhorse.
It was the funniest thing. You and I were trying to figure out how to describe this. This is one of those things. I always tell people we've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You try this one time, and it will be the rake you reach for all the time.
So often. It's so comfortable to use.
Yeah.
It's just a great design.
And by the way, it's solid. It does have some weight to it.
Yes.
That's not a negative, because the weight is all concentrated at the business end, so that when you drop that down, it does the work. Can we go over to our raised bed?
Sure, exactly.
I'm going to shorten this up.
And I've been raking up rocks and pine cones and sticks, and actually some of these things come right out of my garden out in the backyard. And I've been playing out in my garden, fluffing up the mulch, trying to get rid of those sticks from the winter, trying to get rid of the pine cones, and this has done the job.
More and more of us are going to raised beds with a regular rake length. It means that you're uncomfortable.
Right.
So with this one, I give it a little twist, and now I shorten up that handle, and now I can do a raised bed easily. And it just pops down, and it gets all that stuff. It's a pleasure to work with.
It makes your job easier out in the garden, and that's what Radius does such a good job of redesigning tools so that you're able to really enjoy your time out in the garden. Whether you are spreading the mulch, I can go ahead and spread it with the tines down,
I can see this is going to be great for weeding.
I can push if I want to. Let's say I'm pushing sand or gravel. Maybe I have a gravel walkway, and we can pretend that this is gravel instead or sand. I can do it either way. Maybe I'm cultivating for my flowers or for my vegetables. Then you've got those great tines machines right here that are made of that carbon steel, and they're just going to be able to dig right down into the ground, get your soil ready so that you can go ahead and plant all those beautiful fruits and vegetables, those tomatoes we just saw. You're going to get your soil ready, and you're going to be comfortable doing it.
It's a great tool.
It is.
Again, we've seen a lot of people already, they've got a rake that's been in the shed 25, 30, 40 years, but it's a straight blade rake. You'll find the rounded edge makes it easier to work with.
Yes.
And you'll buy this one. I mean, you and I are launching today what will be the antique 40, 50 years from now that people will still be using. It'll just become the rake of the future, I think. Why go with a straight end rake when the curvature design makes it easier to work with? And it also tends to allow itself to slide through grass easier. It doesn't catch the way the other ones did.
Exactly. And this has a lifetime warranty.
Yeah.
You know, Radius wants to stand behind its tools, and so they are giving you a lifetime warranty on this. So whether you're using it to clear, you know, you're using it in a barn, or whether we're using it to clear the pine cones and the rocks, and you know, you're going to be able to, you know, really know that you're going to be able to trust this product. So we have that manufacturer's limited lifetime warranty, so that if there's any defects or anything, you can just trust that they're going to be able to take care of you.
This thing is built like a tank.
It really is. It's your workhorse. You know, back here we have a mulch bed, and there's like little plants and stuff back in there.
Yep.
I've been doing exactly this, just cleaning up those plants.
Just getting ready for spring.
Getting rid of them, getting my beds ready for spring, and I've been using this, and it's just great.
Monday they say no rain.
Oh, awesome. We'll be out there working.
I've started gathering animals in twos. We've had
a lot of rain.
I haven't had a day off in 2 months where it didn't rain.
Oh.
Monday it won't rain.
Oh,
I'm ready.
That's right.
And spring is 3 weeks away. Well, 22 days. Close enough. I'm the optimist. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dan.
Very quickly, another fast reminder of our today's special value.